keep them safe, but I do like how 100 Thieves have some split push strengths. We mentioned Rise early on in the draft, but also having Bard for later helps you tremendously. Not only
best
can
player
you
on the team, he needs to play in a better way, and I think that's why he's pressing so hard in lane.
Okay, Blabber scrapping with River here. Ayla behind him. Blabber's down to 100 HP, but River is even lower, trying to escape. The first blood goes over to Loki, who shows up to the fight and collects the kill with the last auto attack in the air. River
for the most part, C9 playing off of 3 lanes of pressure.
And I will say, in general, as Loki's getting wrapped on here.
No flash on Loki.
Yeah, there's your Rune Prison to start it off, coming out from Quid. Now River just needs one more Nimbus strike to close the gap here. Ayla finds a bit more damage, but now trouble for Ayla as he goes on a magical journey straight to hell. 100 Thieves have overplayed their hand. Loki just baits them in. River's about to die again, and Blabber is about to get paid. River at least needs some honey fruits, but Blabber's in there with the tackle, and C9 is mopping up the early game.
Yes, he gets his Sundered Sky, but with that advantage, giving this Drake straight over to 100 Thieves because his tempo was wrong feels like a bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think he's
comparison. We did see a trade of ultimates down there in the bottom lane. 2v2 scrap, as now Blabber's coming in looking for Quid. That Realm Warp's not going to get him anywhere, and Loki picks up the 4th kill of the game. They've got that one almost half dead here with that last eyeball proc. Ayla and River are nearby, but Vulcan going in for the Pop Blossom, finds it onto River, immediately follows it up with a root. Nicely done from C9. The Tempered Fate is only going to delay that death by an extra couple of seconds. As River falls, C9 knows they secure the objective.
It's just picture perfect here from Vulcan. Forced out the flash in that previous play.
Ooh, but going. Now FBI slammed into the wall as he tries to play aggressively in the face of Sven once more, but this time Blabber's ready to respond, and FBI gets punished.
This game's going more as planned for C9. They just completely control River. Last game, he was pulling off too many shenanigans with that 5. They're just targeting him super early. They stopped him at the crab early on in the game. As Zeus just mentioned, burning his flash earlier, attacking him right there. And then just the cherry on top was being able to get that wall stun on FBI in mid lane. So they get 2 kills as well as 2 objectives, and it doesn't cost them anything in trade.
Because they won that first game. It has been such an incredible turnaround for them.
Okay, Dokla, this could be another compromising position as Vulcan, Thanatos, and Blabber put the burst onto Cassante. I don't think there's enough Cassante gaming to get out of a situation like that one, and Thanatos is going to pick up the kill.
Blabber is everywhere this game on the Poppy. Yet another perfect arrival. First turret is going to be going over to 100 Thieves, though, so they are able to get a little bit of gold for Quid and River. It just cost them Dokla.
Okay, so that's no feats for either side yet, because both sides are currently at exactly 2 neutral objectives.
Are you feeling like the game is completely screwed? Because if you feel like the game is completely screwed, flip it at Otacon. Go for it.
Okay, just YOLO it.
Yeah.
River's got to try to get away from here, though. Casting the Cyclone defensively, trying to escape Thanatos, as now Ayla and Quid are ready to follow up, and that Croc is toast. Nicely done from 100 Thieves, but now it's a 1-for-1 trade. Quid in a compromised position as Loki provides a little bit more damage, and Sven guns down the Rise. River's trying to take the Grom because he knows there's nowhere else to go.
Anyone. And here we go, Otacon. This is surely the final hurrah of 100 Thieves.
C9 is starting up the Otacon. 20 minutes and 25 seconds into the game. They are daring 100 Thieves to come and stop them. It's a 4,500 gold lead for C9. Sven rapidly attacking Dokla there. The power of this Blade of the Ruined King Yunara cannot be underestimated as C9 have the Otacon down to about 3K. Meanwhile, Vulcan trying to control River, make sure there's no way to try to contest here for the Otacon as it is slain. Confirmed there by Blabber. River's about to die to Thanatos off to the side as Dokla puts the pressure onto Sven. Meanwhile, Quid under a lot of threat himself. Sven finally taken down by the All-Out as 100 Thieves want to get everybody else away, but they're all such low HP. 100 Thieves all barely hanging on at the end.
Did get a big shutdown. It was about 800, 900 gold that I believe did go to Dokla off the kill onto Sven, but still, Cloud9 taking away the Otacon, taking away the Dragon, controlling the game, making sure there's no 50-50. But barring that, I think it's just a lot harder. You know, FBI and Quid are not on champions with a ton of individual agency, I feel like, compared to last game.
And meanwhile, Thieves are going for the full send with a Realm Warp after the Baron. They've got it down to 7,000, but C9 has detected what's going on. Now 100 Thieves ready to try to turn and burn. They go in after Blabber. They knock him up there with a Cyclone, but it's River taking the most damage. Blabber disengages both junglers at the edge of death as C9 continues moving forward. Dokla's got to be cautious now as he's taking a ton of damage from Sven's Unara. Vulcan swoops in with a Pop Blossom, and Quid is down. 100 Thieves head for the hills, and C9 head for the Baron.
Nice play by C9 there, catching 100 Thieves, trying to sneak the Baron. I like the idea of the play, and this Baron's getting lower and lower. River might try to steal.
Let's see if he can make his way over the wall. It would certainly have to be a one-way trip if he does. Blabber trying to use the steadfast presence, but he does not eject the enemy jungler. Baron secured by the Unara of all things. Sven clutches it up as FBI is about to drop now. Loki with the last spell to take him down. Dokla and Ayla trying to survive a little bit longer as the rest of C9 arrives. FBI falls, double kill for Loki's Aurora. Thanatos waiting over the wall in case Dokla tries to escape that direction. Blabber trying to stay alive here, but the all-out nice angle from Dokla to try to get the kill here on Blabber. The steadfast presence going to stop it, and he picks up the buckler for the extra shield to stay alive. Dokla will continue wasting as much of C9's time as he can, but he will not survive this one. It's a 16.
Keep finding windows to try and make things happen. It's just in this game, like in other games, even if they land like 40% of their plays, sometimes that's enough to turn the game in their favor.
They're finding those windows, they're just all steel.
Yeah,
jumping into the window, it's not breaking this time.
The windows have bars, I'm
There's a
afraid.
Poppy waiting on the other side.
Well, C9 is going to force down this tier 2 turret. You can see 100 Thieves stepping up, thinking about trying to make some sort of a play, but the only players from C9 they could have targeted were Blabber and Thanatos, and that's not going to work. So River is now deep in enemy territory, and we'll see how he wants to play this.
He's flanking. He's going for Sven.
Yeah, Sven is by himself right now. They could maybe get a pick.
There's the Realm Warp. River immediately starts it off with a Cyclone. Quid to follow up. Sven caught out, shot down, shut down. Nicely done from 100 Thieves to get the pick.
Yeah, that's great, and they get both his sums as well. I don't think it's nearly enough to pull this game back just yet, but it is something that will buy a little bit of time, and it's the best play they can make in a horrible situation. Yeah. So credit to 100 Thieves. They just have not stopped looking for those winning plays.
Loki finds River, though.
Yep, he's going between worlds, and River is going down. C9 ready to get some revenge for their AD carry. Dokla goes all out, though, looking to bring Blabber through the wall. FBI with the defensive chains of corruption, but a nice two-man Pop Blossom coming out from Vulcan to lock up the enemy bottom lane. FBI dies, and Loki's going godlike. C9 get 2 for nothing.
Yeah, when you, as Cassante, pull
back near the C9 tier 1 mid lane turret. River swooping around from the side here. Realm Warp about to try to come in, but the objective bounty has been claimed. River steals away the Drake, but the fight is not going the way of 100 Thieves. FBI, River, and Quid all down. Double kill over to Sven as Loki will chase Ayla through the magical journey, but he doesn't even need to do it. Dokla's about to drop next. I'll give River credit for stealing away the soul, but unfortunately the cost is still the game. C9 are going to get a very delayed ace here after Dokla finally dies to Blabber. Needs a little bit there. Finally gets the ace. There it was. I believe Cassante may have just died to the steadfast presence damage, but C9 are going to march this one down mid lane.
Just a great way to bounce back from that game won by Cloud9. A masterclass by Blabber's Poppy here. Deathless on the Poppy. River goes 0-8-2 on the Wukong, shutting him down almost every time he went to make a play.
It started good for C9, and this time it stayed good for C9. They will bounce back with a 23-3 victory in game number 2. They will stomp 100.